Well, hello everyone, and welcome back again to a new episode of the City of Alessa with me, the Analog Kid. And here we are in our last episode's build, which was this little historic waterfront over here, which turned out to be quite a challenge, but man, the results are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. But on today's episode, I want to start focusing our attention to this side of the map, which it's quite large, but I want to start developing over here by the waterfront and maybe reconfigure this layout that we have over here with the cruise harbors and that ferry stop. That it's non-functional at the moment, but we're gonna eventually connect both sides of the bay with a ferry line. But yeah, my idea is to have a couple of residential areas, maybe use some of the Green City's residential buildings, and have a nice boardwalk over here. And then maybe on future episodes, start developing over here with more of a suburban kind of vibes, you know? But yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay guys, so let's start developing over here on this area. So first of all, we're going to need to delete these guys over here. We'll get them back, but for the moment we need to get rid of all of this that we did on previous episodes. You know, sometimes you need to get rid of something and then it's gonna come something better, right? So let's try and make that happen. So let's set this height over here and let's try and get a straight line from over here like this, right? And then close it out over there. So let's try and get this done over here. And maybe this is okay. I think that's gonna be fine. Right, so let's pause the game just for a second. Okay, so maybe we could take it back just a touch, like so. Right, there you go. Same over here. Let's make this line a bit tighter. I think that's fine. And let's try and get our seawalls over here. So let's go from this point and let's try and get our seawall. Okay, so over here it tries to snap, so let's go from here and let's see if we can pull this off. Let's go until there, right? Let's get our angle. Okay, maybe let's get it over here like this, because over here is a 90-degree angle, right? And we could implement this over here. Let's see if it fits both harbors over here. Let's go like this and let's see. Okay, so it can fit one over here and maybe the second one over there, but we're gonna need to steal some more terrain over here. Let's go a bit further away. We'll go like that. There you go. Let's go again. I think that's gonna be enough. Let's see. I mean, one over here and then yeah, okay, so that's enough. Maybe we could implement over here the ferry line, like tucked in this place over here. So maybe let's try and set a height over here that is sensible for the ferry line, because otherwise it's gonna look quite ugly, really. There you go. So now let's try and get this key over here. So maybe first let's get our seawall over here, so that way we already get this done. Okay, just for trying this out, let's leave it over there. There you go. Let's get rid of the guidelines. So that's going to connect, so until here. And let's try and get this as straight as possible. Maybe that's going to be fine. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, right? So having this little anchor point over here for the ferry stop. So let's get it over here, right? So it's gonna fit rather perfectly over here. And this is what I was looking for, right? To have this like box stand, but at the same time trying to get it at the same height, right? Maybe over here it's a bit taller, but that's okay, right? Because I am thinking of having this a bit lower than that other one, because over here we're gonna have the residential building. So I think this is a more sensible height, right? So that's that, and let's get rid of this and let's try and rearrange this little street layout that we have going on. So maybe what we could do is just set a height over here, like a platform over there. Get rid of this. Right, then let's make sure that this is flat. Great. And now let's get a 4-lane road, but just the common one over here. Let's get our guidelines. Right, so I want to get in line with this. So maybe what we could do is just get over here an anchor point, then set it right over there, freeform, and go like that. Okay? Like so. Good. Then this is going to be a one-way road. There's no need for that, right? But now that we have this little anchor point, let's get a nice slope over here. So let's get our slope tool, set it over there, and slope it. Same thing over here. Let's get a slope going over there, right? And then what we can do is just smooth things out over here. Great, now we have a nice and gentle slope. So let's get again our one-way system and go like that, right? Okay, so now that we have this done, what I want to include again over here, because to be honest, I really like this asset, is the boat hotel, right? I think it's going to tie in rather nicely with this vibe over here. Okay, so let's place it down over here and let's continue our seawall. I think that's going to be fine. And now let's create another pier. Okay, so we're reaching the end of the map over here, so maybe we can, stop over here and then create a nice little rock garden or something like that, so we know this is the end of it, right? And what we can do is just create a defined limit over here. Let's go like that. And over here, what we can do is get some seawalls with stairs as usual, right? So we can create that, that difference in height. And on this slope, let's add a road here so we can start adding some more buildings. Okay guys, so let's start developing over here. As you might see, I changed the layout of this boat hotel. I changed it to this little pier over here. because I want to have bigger buildings over on this one, right? So let's start. Let's see how much spacing we have. I want to have the buildings right next to that seawall, right? So we don't have any spacing in between. Let's go 16 units. Now we're talking. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so now let's extend this road as far as we can. Maybe let's redraw the road all the way, because I want to have as many tiles as possible, right? As many zoning tiles. Now, let's bring down our main road. Let's have it like a 4-lane road like this, right? There you go. And connect over there. Like so. So maybe we can upgrade this as a 4-lane, right? And then over here we can make a little one-way system that goes out. Like so. So we can have a little one-way loop for everyone to turn around. Okay, so let's start adding back our harbors, right? So where are you? Then let's get our harbor in. Let's get it as far as possible, right there. And then let's see. Okay, so that's pretty good, I think. Let's connect them with a road, and this is going to be a one-way system as well. So let's go to freeform over there and curve. There you go. Yeah, that's really good. Let's continue that one-way road, and maybe what we can do is go over here. So let's extend it from this point on and then go like this, right? And we can create a nice little open park over here. And maybe on this corner, we can have a nice unique building as well. Okay, guys, so let's start zoning. I want to have a specific look over here. So let's try and see what we can get. Let's place this, set this as, where are you? Huh. Over here. Okay, so wall-to-wall zoning, right? Over there. And let's have, let's fill in the blanks over here, all the way, like that, right? These guys are going to need some power, I believe. Yes, they will. So for the moment, let's draw a power line like that, right? And maybe on this huge block, we can have one of those, these open air malls, right? Like that. Oh, that's good, because this building is not as tall, as this seawall, so the buildings from this upper level are not going to have their view blocked. So that's a bonus, always. Right, so we could add more buildings over here. Maybe on this huge corner, we can have some commercial areas, right? But maybe what we can do is just have more residential buildings over here, since we're trying to get our, elevate our population count. So why not? Let's extend it over there, right? On this corner, what we can do is have maybe one of those cafes from the hotels, content creator pack or DLC. Maybe a restaurant. It's too large, so let's go to Sidewalk Cafe. Let's see. Okay, so maybe we can go like this, something like that. And then over here, we can have some commercial areas. Let's go like this, take those out. And let's extend this over here like so. And let's place this as shopping malls, right? Okay guys, so over here next to our harbor, as I said earlier, I want to have a big open space over here, green area. But on this little odd space, maybe what we could do is place down one of these hotels, right? So the city hotel, which let's pause the game for a second and let's get rid of this power line. And I think that this is gonna pair up rather nicely over here. Maybe we could take this this space right here, right? So it is a taller building, right? For example, this little one. But what we can do is there are a lot of variations of this building. So, for example, we can have this one to be a bit smaller, which I think it ties in better than having a taller building over here, right? So on this huge block over here, I want to continue having residential buildings. Maybe what we can do is just have one of those from the green cities, right? So let's create a new district over here. Let's pause the game for a second, just in case that we delete that district from down below. Okay, so we're good. Good. So let's create the self-sufficient. There you go. And now let's unpause the game. And maybe what we can do is just have just like this, 3x3s. I think that's gonna be a good, sensible option over here. So we're gonna have 3x3s here. Maybe we can change it up and have 3x4s so we don't have the same buildings over and over again. Yeah, I like it. Maybe we can have, yeah, why not? Like this, for example. Then have another 3x3 over there, right? Pretty sure we can leave some spacing in between or have another shopping area, right? So we're gonna let these guys level up just a touch, maybe level 2 or level 3. We'll see about that, how tall we want them to be. Okay guys, so let's start developing over here on this final side. So I want to extend a little road here. Get our guidelines. I'm gonna extend a little road till here, right? Something like that. And over here what I want to have is a little landmark from the seaside resorts. I want to have a little pavilion. Why not have this one? This one is a bit larger, right? So that's not gonna fit, so let's get rid of this street and let's try and place it first like that, right? So I think this is a really nice building for the edge of the map. We'll decorate this later. Maybe we can prop it up with a couple of things. Okay guys, so to continue this little neighborhood over here, because I think that we should extend this and create it kind of like a little suburban neighborhood, you know? We need to reconfigure this. Okay, so as you can see, we're starting to back up as well, so this is not good for the traffic flow over here. So I want to create a little highway connection right over here, right? And continue this highway and create and make it to, to continue seamlessly over here with this 6-lane avenue. Okay, so let's delete all of this, right? Let's go like that. We'll leave it like that, right? So let's get our highway, our industrial highway. So let's keep that theme. Let's get it over here and let's try and make it as aligned as possible. I think that should be good. Okay. And then right over there. Okay. No. Something went wrong, so let's try again. Right? So that's a bit better. Okay. Now, let's get... Maybe we could extend these guys a little bit further. Or maybe, let's do this instead. Let's extend this 4-lane avenue because we know we're going to extend it. And we're going to connect over here. And now, let's get our 6-lane avenue. Or, better yet, let's extend these guys. Okay. Maybe we can start descending. Like that. Same over here. We can start descending. There you go. Okay. And now let's get our 6-lane avenue. And let's get it right in the middle of those guidelines. And let's try and keep it as parallel as possible. And let's start climbing down as well. Like that. Right? And now we can connect the highway. Go like this. And like that. Let's get our directions correct. So, okay. Good. Now we could delete that and let's start descending this avenue. Maybe we could go kind of like this and then connect back. Yeah, I think that's a good slope. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Not this. This is not fine. So there you go. Much better. Okay, great. And now over here, this will reinstate this asymmetrical avenue and connect like so. Okay. Let's change it up over here. There you go. Okay, so now we're getting something. And over here, let's have that interchange. Okay, so we can feed this whole area with a highway connection. Okay, so let's do just a Y interchange. Of course, it's going to be a bit modified, but maybe what we can do is just get rid of this. And let's widen this just a little bit, so that way we can have some space in between for our ramps. Okay, so I wasn't looking the height, so let's go like that. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so we'll go kind of like this. Let's delete this. And let's see if we can do some curves over here. Okay. Okay, maybe we can back it up just a touch. And now we can connect back over here. Okay, so we're gonna have this little dip over here, so that way we have space for our ramps. Okay guys, so this is the finished result here, the finished product, so to speak. Okay guys, so let's start adding some grids over here. Okay, so I already arranged over here this little area, this little downtown, so to speak. As you can see, I added these pedestrian areas as well, these pedestrian streets, so we can change it up just a little bit. And I've already connected the tram line over here that will activate it later, right? So let's start by adding our services. So I was wondering about adding this high capacity hospital like right here on this block. It could go. Yeah, I think that's a good one because it complements the bigger buildings over here by the coastline. And we're not that close to the edge of the map, so I think that should be okay. Then high capacity high school, I was thinking about over here on this corner, because you're coming down the highway and get this little grand building over here. So, and we already have an elementary school, so we're covered there, I guess. We'll see later. And maybe I always like a public library over here on these little town squares, so to speak. We could just get it in the middle. Let's try it out. Maybe go like that. Yeah, that's good. I think that's gonna be fine. Or maybe just for the sake of having the pavement connected, go like that. Okay, so let's add some more commercial areas over here. So I want to have a mix of everything. So let's add a district right around over here, like that. And then let's create another one, like so, right? So this one, we're gonna leave it as shopping malls because they're nicer buildings, nicer shops are there on the main avenue. And over here, what I want to have is these ones, wall-to-wall zoning. Go like that, right? And let's see what we can come up with. So let's add some, let's just go all the way like this, right? So maybe we could go like this, right? Let's leave this for something, some detailing or anything like that. Let's see, let's get a 4x4 over here. And yeah, sure. Go like this, right? Yeah, we'll go like that. Maybe we can add a vanilla pathway in the middle. We'll see what we can do with that, right? And over here, just go high density buildings like that. And we'll see what comes up, right? And maybe over here, we could go like this, And maybe we could leave this for park or some sorts, something like that. Yeah, let's leave it like this for the moment. Okay, everyone, so we need to make this area more desirable, right? So we get more citizens over here. So with this huge space over here, I was thinking about adding a little soccer stadium. Just a small one, nothing too big. We could extend just a road like this, just to add some parking lots. And then we could use that as well as an anchor point for having, pedestrian street right over here. Okay, so how about if we add a pedestrian street like this, right? And let's see, where can we... Okay, so we could connect like this, right? And we're gonna add a bus stop as well over here. So let's see if we can fit in one of these stadiums. We have this one, the medium soccer stadium. This one is too large. Okay, so this is going to fit, but we need to move this back just a little bit. Go to plan B. We'll go right over here then, like that. Yeah, that's a nice view. Oh yeah. So you're coming down this avenue over here, and you get the hospital over there in the backdrop. and that little mountain over there as well. And you get the stadium, so yeah, I think that's a really nice bonus. And we can, of course, connect everything with pathways. We'll do that in the time lapse. Well, we'll do some detailing over here, right? And over here on this block, we could just add a couple of parks. How about if we go with the old park with birches, like that? And maybe we could add a couple. Yeah, that's good. And maybe we could add a pedestrian street like this. Okay, so let's pause the game for a second. Let's go like this. There you go. And now we'll reinstate that avenue that we had, which was the asymmetrical road with 5 lanes. So we'll go like this and go like that. Right. Okay, everyone. So with the bulk of the build, pretty much done over here, we're gonna go to time lapse and do some detailing, and of course fill in the blanks as well. So yeah, sit back, enjoy it, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, so here we are, right? I think this turned out really good. Especially, considering that this is pretty much the edge of the city, you know? So that we were able to pull this off and create a nicer, really nice neighborhood here and there. We got everything right over here, right? So we got low density, then we start to climb up to medium density over here with these buildings right over here on this little town center, right? Very busy area with a lot of pedestrians, as you can see right over there. A lot of people walking around. That's always a nice bonus. And then over here we move to this little stadium area with this huge park in front of the hospital, moving right onto, the main star of this build, which is this smaller commercial area right in front of the cruise terminals right over here. So everyone that gets off the ships have, a little nice place to buy some stuff here and there, and then easily connect with public transit. Oh my god, look at all of those people. That's so nice. That's so nice. Everyone walking around, having a good time. We're gonna have this this ferry line connected when we start working on the other side of the bay, right? So we can connect each side easily. Then, of course, we move to this smaller neighborhood right in front of the sea, of course, with some basic detailing as usual. Always use these props to bring your cities to life. Of course, some higher residential buildings over there. Of course, always green cities because, as usual, they give a nice aesthetic to every build. Then not much over here, just filling in the blanks here and there with some unique buildings. Not much action over here, not too many people around, but that's okay, right? So, guys, let me know what you think of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get some ideas for your cities over here. And yeah, I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.